I'm gonna show you the same exact TikTok ads campaign strategy that I used to go from 30K a month to over $100,000 per month with a simple online store. This is the same exact ad strategy that I use and many other students are using to get an ROA as high as 4.62. As you can see right here, some of my best performing campaigns were getting a 4.62 ROAS, which means for every dollar that I put into TikTok ads, I'm getting $4.62 back. Now I'm gonna show you everything here step by step. We're actually gonna set up the campaigns, go over what the ad creative should look like, what your ad sets should have, but I need you to enter the giveaway if you're interested in winning that one-on-one coaching call with me. I've been doing this for the last 3 weeks. You guys been really loving it, so I'm gonna do one yet again. All you gotta do to enter is comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna pick one lucky commenter by the end of next week to win a free one-on-one coaching call with myself. Now, let's get into this TikTok ad stuff, man. Look, it's very simple, but I want y'all to know that the way you win with TikTok ads is not gonna be from just setting up a crazy campaign or a crazy profitable campaign. It's actually gonna come from your ad creative. TikTok only cares about ad creatives. Whether you're running paid ads or whether you're running ads organically, your ad creative needs to be tip-top shape. So if you wanna watch a video on how to get your ad creatives to be good and make sure they go viral, I'm gonna link a video up here that I posted about 2 days ago, and you guys should really enjoy that. Make sure you check that out before we get into this. Now, if we're ready for the paid ads, the first thing we need to do is make sure that our ad account is set up to give us the most likelihood of just being able to run smoothly. To do that, you need to go to your Shopify store and you need to go to the App Store and actually download the TikTok app. It's gonna look like this. As you can see, I already have it installed right here. But once you download that app, you're gonna end up on your store and you're gonna have a few settings to set up. So walk through this process, set it up. It's very simple. It's just a click of buttons. You set up your ads manager account, you add a payment method, and then you choose your targeting locations. One extra step that I want you to take note of, which is gonna help you be profitable, is coming here into the data sharing area and make sure you have yours selected to maximum. And that's where it's gonna hook up to your pixel to make sure you get the most amount of data collected on your TikTok pixel. This is gonna help you later. Now, once you have your ad account set up, we need to actually go to TikTok ads and we need to start launching our campaign. So this is what you're gonna be presented with when you create your first campaign. But what I need you to do is do another step that a lot of dropshippers aren't doing. I want you to hook up your TikTok profile to your ad account. This is gonna allow you to select the best ad creative that you already have going while you have the social proof and the engagement, because that's gonna play a big part in whether your campaigns are gonna be profitable or not. To do that, all we have to do is come into this little logo of your user profile, and then you want to come into user settings, and then you'll see a screen that looks like this. From here, we want to link our TikTok account, and that's where it's going to ask me to log in. I've already been pre-logged in on this laptop here, so I'm just going to authorize. And as you can see right here, I have my TikTok account for my business hooked up to the ad account. Now we're ready to go and run ads. There's just one more thing I need you to take note of before we actually go and run our ads and spend money, and that is to know your ROA. You guys heard me refer to this in the beginning. Your ROA basically means return on ad spend. This is not your return on investment. This is just how much you're putting into the ad platform and how much you're getting back. This is important because it's gonna let us know what metrics we should look for in our ad campaigns to know whether we're profitable or not. Just for example purposes, I had a product that cost about $15 and I was selling it for about $45. Well, the average order value ended up being $45, but the product itself was about $30. If I know that these two numbers, I can get my projected ROAs. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna link this sheet down below in the description area, but what you can do is take a look at the ROA calculator and punch in your numbers, because everybody's ROA is going to be different depending on your product, the cost, and the actual profit. So once you plug in your numbers, you can change the numbers here. For example, I'll show you here. If I change it to that, these numbers are going to change accordingly. So I'm just going to go back to what I originally had. And as you can see, this is going to generate me a 5% profit margin at a 1.62 ROA. What this means is that I'm 5% profitable when I have a ROA of 1.62 and above. Now, if I go and my goal is to get 30% profit margins, then that means that my ROA on my campaigns need to be at least a 2.72 ROA. Knowing these numbers is gonna give you a clear head when you go and run your actual campaigns, so that you know whether you're profitable and you can stop unprofitable campaigns as soon as possible. So check that out before we actually run ads. It's very, very important that you know this. This is the reason why most people end up being unprofitable when running ads online. Now we can finally run our ad campaigns. So instead of doing a simplified mode, I want you to go into custom mode. And once you're in custom mode, what we're gonna do is go straight for web conversions, because we already have an ad that we know converts. We've been posting organically already, and we have the social proof on our ads from our regular TikTok account. So I'm really confident in going for purchases here. So what I'm gonna do is just title this campaign purchases, right? And then what we're gonna do is continue. We're gonna ignore everything else and continue. Now the ad group, this is where you wanna put in your targeting info. Tell you the truth, the targeting and the ad set area in TikTok ads is far easier than any other platform, because TikTok likes to work with broad audiences. So this helps us out. So we don't have to be as specific here. So I'm gonna come back to title this later, but for right now, we just wanna select our TikTok pixel, okay? I don't have a pixel set up on this exact test account. So what I'm gonna do is just skip this area, but you want to select your pixel after you done set it up in your Shopify store, and then you want to select placements here, and then you want to go and unselect this one. And one more thing for the pixel, once you select the pixel, you'll be able to select the optimization event, and for that you want to select complete payment, and that's going to lead to getting more purchases. Once we're done with that, we can scroll down. We want to leave automated creative optimization unchecked. I'm going to come into custom targeting. I want to target my area. I'm also going to target the English language, or whatever language that you feel is necessary for your product. Over here, I think this product is pretty much a general product that I can sell to everybody, so I'm going to go all. But if your product, you know that it sells to just females, then select females. If you know it sells to just males, then select males. This is where you got to use your own common sense. For purchasers, I like to select audiences over 25, just because I feel like on TikTok, and according to my past data, I realized that the younger shoppers aren't really good for spending money, but they're great for engagement. So for this campaign, since we want them to actually pay us, we want to select audiences over 25. Now for household income, I haven't really tested this yet. I'm going to be honest, this is a newer setting in TikTok, but I'm going to leave that alone for now, because I want the audiences to be wide. If you take a look to your right side, what you're going to see is estimate of your audience. What I like to do is aim for an audience of at least 80 million and above. This is far different than any other platform. TikTok, like I said, likes to work with broad audiences, and that's where I've seen the best performance. So aim for at least 80 on the low side and over 100 on the high side. Now I'm gonna come over here into audience. We're gonna skip that because we don't have any custom audiences yet. This is where I want to play around. This area where we add interest, that's the one where I like to pay attention to. I'm gonna pick purchase intention, because we want to target people who are more likely to purchase our products. And then I'm just gonna start with general audiences regarding the product. This is a home decor product, for example. What I'm gonna do is definitely select household products. I think it'll fit under appliances too, right? Like home appliances and kitchen. And I'm also going to scroll down into home improvement. I think it'll apply to that as well. And I'm going to keep going down, maybe into beauty and personal care. Let's see the sub audiences for this. So I'm going to take a look at some of my audiences on the right side. I'm going to take a look at this, and then I'm going to unselect this right here. I don't think that's actually going to be relevant to our product. I'm also gonna go with apparel and accessories, and I'm gonna go with, yeah, that's about it. Now here's a trick. At first you're gonna select these few audiences, and you're not gonna be able to reach that 80 million people. This is where a lot of people mess up, and the ads end up being a little bit more expensive than usual. So what you want to do to open that up is you can apply targeting expansion. Now if I do that, what's going to happen is I'm able to target people in other interests when it's relevant to our product. And as you can see, it made this audience jump up from 17 million to over 68 million. So what we're basically doing is we're telling TikTok, hey, this product we think is going to be in the appliances, the home, the household products, the home improvement area. But if you see another opportunity that we don't know about as the advertiser, I want you to go ahead and capitalize on it. This actually works because TikTok's algorithm is very smart, because it knows exactly the temperature of the market at a rate that you don't know as an advertiser. So you want to trust in TikTok that it's going to do its job here. After we're done with the interest here, what we can do is we can come into the hashtag area. And this is a newer method of targeting here, but I like it because it lets us be a little bit more specific with TikTok. Now, what we could do here is say, let's say canvas, right? And we're going to get a bunch of hashtags that have to do with this. This one has an audience of about 500,000, so I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to go with another one. Let's see if we can go with arts. As you can see, we're going to have some hashtags here. So art hacks, art trick, art viral, art lover, art world, art ideas. These are going to be very targeted audiences within your broad audience. It's going to basically give a direction for our ad sets to start off with. So I like to add those in as well. And just write a list of hashtags, or just do the research yourself. Go to TikTok and then search some hashtags that have to do with your product, and you want to add those in here as well. What that's going to do is open it up. I would say this is still on the slightly lower side, but I like it so far. We're going to leave it like that. If we wanted to open it up even more, what we could do is add age, but I want to stay strict on my age range. I want to make sure that it's only 25 years and older, because I expect them to have money to spend. And I want to just leave this as interests and behaviors on the targeting expansion. Now for the budget, what we're going to do is go with $20 daily. And then we want to set these to run the next day at midnight. So I'm going to select the next day here, and then I'm going to put 000 for military time. And then we're going to go with OK right here. Very important that you start these at midnight, or else if it starts the day before and you only have an hour left in the day, it's going to spend your whole $20 within 1 hour, and you're not going to be profitable most likely. Okay. Another thing I like to do is add day parting, because a lot of people aren't shopping between midnight and 6 a.m. So what I like to do is make sure that the campaigns are going to run between 6 a.m. and midnight. And basically, it's going to pace it out and spend it along those times when people are more likely to buy. That's going to increase the performance of your ad campaigns. So once that's selected, you want to make sure you select it for all days to run like that. All right, so I'm just going to go like this. So every single day from 6 a.m. to midnight, that's when it's going to run. And then I'm going to come down here. The optimization goal is conversion. And then we're going to go lowest cost and then go next. Now I don't have a pixel, so I'm just going to imagine that I have the pixel selected here, and then we're going to go with next. Now once we're in the ad stage, this is where having our ad account hooked up to our TikTok profile comes in handy, because you can just select use account to deliver Spark ads, and then what's going to happen is your TikTok account is going to pop up right here, and then you'll be able to select the TikTok post right here and select your best performing ad. So I'm going to select this one because I believe that's the best performing ad, has over 100,000 views. And then I'm going to come down here. I'm going to disable music sharing. I'm going to scroll down. Everything else looks good. You want to select your TikTok pixel and the tracking events if it's not selected already. Another thing you want to do is come down here into the call to action, and then you want to edit this to where it's standard, and then you want to have it say shop now. And then after that, you'll be able to insert your link. Mine is a little bit different because I don't have a pixel selected. For you, it's going to say, what do you want the URL to be? You want to put your product page URL, and you want to paste that in there, and then you'll be able to submit, and the campaign will start running. Now, when your campaigns are running, you're probably going to be asking yourself, okay, how do I know when to scale the campaign? How do I know when to shut it off? This is all going to come back to your ROA calculator. So make sure you find out your ROAs and your required columns. Make sure you set up your columns within TikTok so that it can actually show you the required ROAs. And then what you want to do is come in and follow the method of trim, analyze, and scale. What this means is every time you come into your ads dashboard, let's say at 8 p.m. every day, the first thing you want to do is identify ads that do not meet your ROA requirement. This means for any ad that is falling below the threshold of profitability on your ROA calculator, for me, which is below 1.62 right here, what I want to do is cut those ads off. Now, I showed you an example of good ads right here. As you can see, I'm getting the ROA of 4.62 here, 3.38, 3.09, 2.53 on one campaign with $350 spent. So these are all great campaigns. But here's an example of bad campaigns. These are campaigns that have a 0.99 ROAS, 1.17, 1.09, and being that I know my ROA, I can come and look at campaigns and within a glance, within just 5 seconds of looking at the campaign, I can tell that the ad is not profitable and I should cut them off. I want you to note that you want to give a 2-day span for your ad to run. So this means that the ad should have spent $40, $20 for each day before you actually make a decision on it. And then you always want to continue to look at the past 2 days to determine whether you should keep running the ad or cut it off. So what I would do is come in every day at 8 p.m. and look at my campaign's performance for the last 2 days. And then I'll say, okay, this campaign has a good ROA. I'm going to keep that one. This campaign has a bad ROA. I'm going to turn those off. There's going to be always a few campaigns that are kind of in the middle. These are like my yellow light campaigns, right? There's the green light, which are good, the red light, which are bad, and then there's like the yellow light. So for those type of campaigns, what you want to do is give it an extra $10 in ad spend. So what I'll do is I'll come in 12 hours later. So at 8 a.m. now, I'll come in and I'll say, all right, how did these campaigns do? The ones that were just floating in the middle, did they actually improve in performance and gain profitability, or did they do bad? And what you want to do is make a decision from there to either cut them off or keep them running. But what you want to do is keep this process going. So trim, analyze, and scale. So after you trim the ones that are bad, you want to analyze the ones that are kind of floating around and keep a tab on them. But then you also want to scale, which means that the ones that are doing very good, those campaigns that are in the green and getting you those high profit margins, those campaigns are the ones that you want to duplicate 3 at a time into a new campaign. Keep duplicating, keep repeating this whole process. And what this will do is it'll keep you in a position where you're only running profitable campaigns, and all the negative campaigns that are pulling down your profitability, you cut them out as fast as possible. With between $40 to $50 ad spend, you'll be able to tell that those campaigns are not going to do well, so you cut them off. But don't worry, the campaigns that are profitable are going to make up for your profitability, and they're going to make up for those losing campaigns 10 times. And that's how you're going to be able to get from $30K a month to over $100,000 per month. And of course, you're gonna need good ad creatives to do this. So check out my other videos on creating fire ads. And if you enjoyed this video, like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna announce that giveaway winner soon. Catch you on the next video. Peace.